the dominant force in English football, one of the dominant forces in European football. And back in '99, when Manchester United won this treble, these fans, or some of them were old enough, were watching Manchester City get back in from the third tier into the second tier of English football, beating Gillingham at Wembley.
Incredible this season, hasn't it?
Yeah, you know, Patrice Evra says I love this game. That is how I feel about the National League at the moment. You know, Notts County, Wrexham have grabbed all the headlines this season, haven't they, with that points total. Notts County finished 4 points behind them with 107 points.
Another goal between Preston and Cardiff, Sanny.
And Cardiff City have won it in the 99th minute by the looks of things. It's Ike Ugbo, free header at the back stick. It's Preston 1, Cardiff 2, 99 minutes gone.
There's been a goal in League One. Let's go there to Fratton Park, Sanny Rudravajhala.
It's Portsmouth 1, Carlisle United 0, and it's Connor Shaughnessy, the centre-back, up for a corner, booming the ball into the back of the net. Fratton Park are all on the feet. We're into the final minute of injury time here. It's Portsmouth 1, Carlisle United 0.
These players behind me are changing the game, they're changing perceptions. We heard there about how many tickets have been sold. They're expecting a big crowd here at Edgbaston. And we're joined by one of Manchester United's biggest fans and one of the biggest names in sports. It's Usain Bolt. Usain, we know you love this club. How excited are you today?
I'm happy. I'm always happy to be here.
Now, Kim, give us a bit of insider insights here as someone who's won the US Open 3 times. How did you find the crowd and, you know, that atmosphere for a night session on those big courts?
I always loved it. I loved playing under the lights.
We've built Ange up, haven't we? The media. We've done all of that, and we love this gung-ho style. And now that the chickens are coming home to roost. There's a lot on players there. I mean, we've seen stories everywhere. Like, you are just normal people.
Yeah, we're just normal people, and I feel like people sometimes don't make the difference between my person and what I do for a living. I mean, football is what I do, it's not who I am.
Pep Guardiola is a legend at Barcelona as a player and, of course, as a manager. He knows La Liga really well. So asking him to reflect on this huge story, this racist abuse that Vinicius Jr. suffered at Valencia last Sunday, and the reaction around that, I thought, was maybe the right place to go.
Hopefully it can be one step to getting better in Spain, but I'm not really optimistic. Know a little bit the country, I'm not really optimistic.
We know that you can have a very, very strict line sometimes. Do you stick to that with these players, or have you been able to give a bit more leeway to some than others?
Yeah, but strict line, that is what the point. But the club asked me because there was no good culture before I entered last season to set some standards, and that's what I did. Yeah, then it's my job to control the standards.
What kept you going to watch your dad play when you would see that happening?
Love football, man. It's my dream. All I could dream about as a kid was all I used to think about. I used to eat football, sleep football, dream football, play football, and that's the same for me now.
What would your message be to any young player listening now? Maybe they're going through their own challenges as well. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say a problem shared is a problem halved. The reason why I'm doing this, and I've put myself into a vulnerable position in the firing line almost, is so that the next generation can have a voice. So I hope that anybody listening to this will take confidence that their voice will be heard.
BBC Newsbeat.
Another player as well who'll also be available, and if you've missed this, might be a bit of a surprise, Johnny Evans is back at Old Trafford at 35 years old. He left Leicester City in the summer once they were relegated. He actually went back to United and was playing with the under-21s and helping bring those players through. And clearly, whatever he's done there has inspired Erik ten Hag, his manager, to bring him in. So he has now signed on a one-year contract till the end of the season. 198 caps he's got, well, appearances he's got for Man United. So he'll be looking to get that 200th cap, I'm sure. A 3-time Premier League winner, League Cup, and a Champions League to boot. So those are the 3 names that we know have signed. One big name yet to come in, this Amrabat, Moroccan international, a ball winner, really great with the ball as far as possession's concerned. He's a player that Man United fans would love to see in a red shirt. That deal has yet to get over the line. Maybe football can't change the world, but it could bring the world's gaze to the Marshall Islands.
We want to be part of World Cup qualifiers. We want to be part of OFC Championship. We want to be part of mainstream football. And I think in 10 years, there's no reason that wouldn't happen.
The locals are dreaming big, and a new dawn is on the horizon. Sanny Rudravajhala, BBC News.